practice on Wednesday. His practice jersey was ripped. And they were like, hey, what happened there? He said, I got mad and I ripped it. I wasn't playing well. And it was like, I need to like, and it's like, he's a guy who's not going to hide what he is and who he is. The thing last year you would have with Auburn is that sometimes the ball would go more than often than not to number 7, and it might not ever come back. The possession was going to end right there because that was his game, right? And for Auburn, when you have guys who are catching, like a guy like Kevin Overton, where that catch and shoot game is so good and so pure, and you've gotten more threats around it, if it's not perfect for me, it might be better for somebody else and kicking it around. And that, Dan, is what made the best teams under Bruce Pearl so good. You go back 2 seasons ago, we talk about that inside-out game with Janai Broome, that it's like, hey, if you find a way to keep Janai Broome from scoring on you on the inside, well, the ball is going to go out. What happens there? It's a catch and shoot or it's an extra pass, and it's just the ball movement was really, really good. And last season, it became more of, if it comes to me, it might not come back to me. Or, you might have to go create more on your own. And that's not what this offense was built to do. This offense wasn't built to dribble as much as it was. It wasn't built to go as ISO as it was. And I think a big part of why the numbers were so low last season for Tahaad Pettiford was that not only was he getting attacked more and he had to carry more of the load, but it was just like, it wasn't what he had as a freshman, where there was so much gravity created by others that he could just go out there and take advantage of the spacing. You didn't have that as much last season, right? So, again, it worked at times. Like, this was still a really good offense, but was it the best version of this offense? Was it the offense Auburn wants to run long term? I would argue no, and I would argue that this roster, as currently constructed, makes more sense to go do that. You get more kind of those pieces like that. And so to hear Kevin Overton say, it's like, man, we've got so many shooting threats around me that I'm not afraid to pass it to that guy. And it might not just be a thing with Keyshawn Hall. Look, like you were saying, Dan, you might kick it out on the perimeter to another guy on the team who's not here, and that's the shot the defense wants to get. And so it becomes very much a different dynamic.
So that would lead me to sort of my question about your initial impressions of George Kimball and year 2 Simon Walker, because I feel like Auburn is going to need more, and Montes can potentially slide over and play some too, but it feels like you're going to need to be able to relieve Tahaad and or Kevin Overton with somebody not in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And who that is, be interesting to find out.
So my thing is this: the minutes that aren't Tahaad Pettiford's at point guard,